Hi, I'm Aaron Ambur, president of 2 Gear. So we think about T-minus 30 days in mid-September for my big elk hunt. Not only am I trying to sharpen my skills on the range here during lunch, trying to get some shots in, but I'm also packing my bag. So I'm gonna walk you through today some of the things I'm packing to go elk hunting in September. What I wanna do is talk to you a little bit about the considerations as I think about New Mexico and elk hunting in September. So some of the things I consider is the temperature and the weather I'm going to deal with. So you're going to have high degrees of temperature variation. So think about cool mornings, warm middays, and cool evenings. So you have that temperature differential to deal with. Secondly, you have to deal with what Mother Nature might have in store. So you might deal with some rain, some precipitous sort of situations, or it might be cooler than normal or warmer than normal. So I'm fighting that. And the third consideration I'm thinking through is what camo pattern is going to best fit my scenario. And finally, dealing with weather conditions, you don't know how hard the wind's going to blow and at what temperature that wind's driving through you. So when I think about packing my bag for my New Mexico elk hunt, I'm really going to try to explain this in a way in which you can apply it to your buying decisions. I'm going to break this down into 3 buckets which are in front of me. I have the next to skin layer, I have the insulation layer, and finally I have the protective series. And those things will work together during my hunt to keep you warm or dry or cool and make you successful. So when I think about next to skin, I'm thinking about what is literally next to skin. So what I'm going to pack in my bag, it's one of my favorite pieces. This is the Tool 250 Merino top. What I love about this is naturally merino has a great wicking opportunity with it, so taking moisture off your body as you get into the warmer times of the day. Plus, it's going to have good thermal value in cool evenings and cool mornings. I love that about the merino. The other thing, think about hunting in this for 7 to 10 days, elk hunting, which I'm planning on doing. It has a great natural antimicrobial, so I'm not going to get that stink as I try to pursue and go day upon day of sweating and working hard. Think about not only in the cool mornings, the cool evenings, but during the midday sun, pulling this nice hood up around your head to either keep sun off you or keep thermal value, and it moves with the body, which I love. Looking left, looking right. It's an all day, one of my favorite performers. The next to skin piece I'm gonna talk about is our climb pant. So this climb pant is an all day, hard-working pant. The first thing I love about it, great durability. So when you think about jumping over deadfall logs, getting on your knees, working hard up the mountain, hitting rocks, it's going to perform very well from a durability perspective. What I'm most impressed with is the stretch. You think about the stretch, which you can see I'm doing right now, all the movements you're making, hustling up a hill, hustling down a hill, going over a deadfall, you are exerting energy to bend your knee up and down. The more you exert and the more friction that you create, the quicker you get tired. So what I love about this pant, it actually moves with the body. So the stretch allows less friction and more agility in the field. What I also and lastly love about it is I will keep it as is in an early morning or late evening situation. And then think about when you start humping it up the mountain in the morning, trying to cut off elk, or you're humping it down the hill, you can actually disperse all the heat coming out of your body through these side vent zips. So temperature regulation, using the pant for durability, stretch, agility, and dumping heat when you need to is why the climb pant is one of my favorites. And finally, this is a +1 piece for me. So this is a merino 150 base layer. You know, again, I talked about Mother Nature. I don't know what she's gonna serve up. So I'm putting this in my bag. It compacts and packs up really small, and it's a zip-off 150 merino. So not only do you have all the merino features I talked about, antimicrobial, good moisture wicking, it's light, and I can do one zip up the side, drop my trowels to my knees, and pull off my base layer. So I'm gonna take it, not sure how much I'm gonna use it, but it's definitely a +1 that's gonna go in my bag. So now we're gonna move into the mid layers, which I love to add to my next to skin solution. So my first piece, and we're actually launching this for fall, is our Aptitude soft shell vest. What I love about this is, you think about my merino hoodie underneath, I want my arms light so I can breathe and expel heat, if you will, but my core body, I will want to use my Aptitude vest, which a couple things about this, it's quiet, number one. Number two, it's 100% wind resistant. So depending on what Mother Nature has from a wind perspective and temperature driving through, a lot of times all I need is a soft shell vest, if you will, to block that wind. And I will also be varying my temperature through zipping it down or zipping it up. If I need to expel some heat, zip down. If I need to buckle down and get a little warmer, I'll have it up to my neck. So one of my favorite +1 pieces that I'll use on top of my merino. The next piece I'm going to talk about is the Tool Vision Hybrid Jacket. What I love about this jacket, it's a combination of merino and bamboo. So we do a different combinations of material on the chest and the arms. The arms are a little bit more lightweight, but again, you have really good stretch with this. It barely feels like an insulation layer, but you have good thermal protection. Also has a merino hood, so think about good vision, a little bit more thermal value on your hood. It's definitely one of my favorite pieces when I think about putting this on top of my merino and just needing a little bit more insulation. I'll take a little bit deeper than the soft shell vest I was talking about earlier. My last piece I'm going to talk about is the Camo puffy jacket. So I don't know, frankly, how often I'm going to use this, but when I think about the wind conditions, it's very wind resistant. And I'm telling you what I love about this piece is it's soft, it's quiet, it's got a great hood design. And the most important feature is that when you think about physical weight of the garment being here and thermal value being here, you just can't match it from taking something in the woods that's small and yet gives me a lot of thermal protection. So only if it's really cold will I be putting this on, but there's no doubt in the world I'll be putting it in my bag. And what I love most about the Camo puffy jacket is how well it packs down. Not only can I take a little siesta and use this for a pillow when I need a little catch up during midday, but it packs down well and goes in my backpack so I can use it when I need it. So I talked about next to skin, then I talked about the mid layer, the insulation layers. The last pile that I have in front of me is a protective layer. So the first thing I'm going to talk about protective, and when I'm talking about protective, I'm talking about wind resistance or windproofness. I'm talking about waterproofness. The first piece I'm going to talk about in the protective layer is the Aptitude soft shell jacket. What I love about this jacket, not sure how I'm going to use it depending on the weather conditions, but this is a 100% wind resistant. So that's number one, keeping the wind off you, keeping your thermal inside. The second thing I love about this, and it's consistent with the Tool line, is great stretch. Look at this stretch. So you think about drawing a bow, thinking about doing athletic things in the wood, it's going to move with your body. Also, what I love about it, it's hard to have a nice soft shell with a great hood on it. So when you think about getting your back into the wind, keeping warm, or maybe keeping more hidden, you can have the hood up and you can still turn and move and draw your bow. So this is a great piece. Definitely, it's a great thermal piece for the protective series. So the last piece I'm going to talk about today, which I would never go to elk woods without, but you don't know when you're going to use it, is the Tool Ballistic Storm Jacket and Pant. So you might ask, well, when in the heck would you use it? Well, there are conditions, and I've been there in the elk woods, even in September, where I have to deal with rain. And I either have to keep warm or definitely I want to keep dry. So I'm always packing the Ballistic Storm Jacket and the Pant with me. 100% windproof, 100% waterproof, and again, really good stretch. And trust me, I've been in a lot of rain gear over my years, and there's not many rain gear pieces that I've actually put on and I think I can hunt. Now, I'm not planning to hunt in the rain, but I feel very confident with this jacket and the Pant that it's quiet enough even. In rain, quiet and keeping dry don't normally come together. So the Ballistic Storm Jacket, great piece. However, it goes with the Pant. What I love about this Ballistic Storm Pant, again, 100% windproof, 100% waterproof. And you're thinking about getting in and out of pants, one of the most noticeable features is we have a full zip on the side here. And what I love is I'll be able to stop on the hill after the squalls move through, unzip these all the way to the top, slide them over the top of my boots. And when you think about real solutions of getting in things and out of things really easily, I'm telling you will not be disappointed about the Ballistic Storm Pants. An important aspect of elk hunting in September is also disrupting the human shape. So I'm really excited about the Tool versus Camo. And it's just an incredible camo pattern that works in a multitude of situations. There's many others in this industry that make you choose between I'm going to be above tree line, I'm going to be in the trees, or I'm going to be below tree line. We make it very simple, and simplicity is one of the great things about our assortment, is that this Verse Camo works in any situation, and I'm really excited about that. I will also probably combine it with a little bit of solids, again, in combination to break up my silhouette. So in summary, I hope this helped today. You make a buying decision. Again, think about this gear next to skin, think about insulation or mid layers, and think about protective shells. So this is what I'm taking in the woods. I hope you have a tag like me in your pocket and you're excited to go elk hunting in September.